All right, so in this walkthrough, so I'm going to start off. This is going to be our addition to Robinhood. We have decided to implement a risk assessment, which will help the user determine if they shall keep their stock or sell it. So we have implemented few features into this app. Not all buttons will be working. Just for this mock-up, a demo, we will have certain things and we will guide you through it slowly. And we would appreciate any feedback. So all questions are welcome. This is a currently in the workings, so we may have some issues here and there, and that is for you guys to let us know about it and have us fix it. So today we're gonna play as a mid-aged flight attendant who is beginning to purchase stocks. So the flight attendant is currently a worker at Boeing, and she is interested in seeing how the stocks of her business is going, or at least in the workplace that she's currently working in. Okay, so we're going to start off with the mock-up right now. So please go ahead and click on the search bar.
Search bar?
Yes, and then you will type in Boeing Company. Then you will enter it.
Would you click send?
Yeah.
Would you be able to click return too?
So that would make the most sense. I think looks like the demo that we've been using is an older version, but yeah, I would agree with you on that one. We probably implement it, have it be at the bottom right, just how like you could send text messages.
Okay. I was thinking, yeah, maybe in the search bar itself, maybe there could be a magnifying glass indication too. So maybe you could click on that too.
Like the top left, you're saying? Oh, to the left of it?
Yeah, can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe instead of a microphone, could be like a magnifying glass where a person can tap that once they're finished, or just on the keyboard too.
Okay,
I'm just thinking that.
Oh, so got it. So you're saying like magnifying glass and like as to be like the enter button.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Okay. Yeah.
So we can move that on the left side.
Yeah, because we have one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I didn't even notice that. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, press send. Yes. All right. So right here, you're opened up to the stock of Boeing. It would send you right to it. So right here will be the about page, which shows exactly what the company is. You have the graph showing how the stock is currently doing with the value of it per share. So for this demo, we will have the user press the risk assessment button. Yep. All right. So the risk assessment opens up a page which will show share. So this will show you the score of it, if it's a keep or a sell. So we have the visual of a gauge, a cluster at the top showing if it's a low risk or high risk. So we have the bars breaking down. We have the risk analysis showing the debt to equity ratio, the industry risk, the company performance, and the analyst ratings. Do you guys have any questions or anything you believe that we should fix or change on this?
No questions for me, but just a comment that I really do like the like little needle graph at the top indicating the level of risk, because not only do you have that simplified view of like, okay, this one's going to be low risk, but I can see that at the bottom of the screen. You go into that a lot further.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They don't just take it at face value.
Yeah, appreciate it. We have the best in the market working for the company at the moment.
Hey, Dino, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Would you guys know to click on the risk assessment button? What on that previous screen? What, as a user, would you be thinking? Where would your thought process be?
What was the initial goal for this again?
So the initial goal was to have the user use the risk assessment, which is this page that we're currently looking at, to make up their mind if they should buy or sell stock, which in the current demo or persona we're playing as, we will have the user buy the stock.
Okay. I know for me personally anyways that, yeah, the way for me to best figure out what action I'd want to take with a stock is to identify the level of risk. I think it's intuitive for me anyways to find a box or a button that asks for a risk assessment.
Mm-hmm. So you guys do think the keyword being risk inside that button definitely does get to the point of the user knowing what it will show?
At least for me, I believe so.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's nice and concise.
Okay.
If we did have to find a point of criticism, though, I don't know if it, like for me personally, having like large red buttons might make it a little bit alarming sounding, even if the risk is on the low side.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. So yeah,
If I
go
were
back
to
one.
suggest, yeah, a
Right, the
direct
bottom
change, I
left.
would say just have it be just more of a either a neutral color or just risk assessment in general without a color.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that because maybe there isn't any kind of risk at all, because it looks like the with Boeing,
Mhm.
doesn't look like the user should be alarmed, like the stock is doing well right now. But if they wanted to just casually look at the risk assessment every now and then and didn't want to be alarmed by it, I think more neutral color would be more helpful for that.
All right. Okay, so any more questions for this part?
None for me, at least.
All right, we'll go move on then. So next we will have the user click the buy button. So here's my question for you guys there. Do you think it was like an appropriate placement of the button to have a buy option in the risk assessment menu or not?
Yeah, I thought it was in a pretty good spot.
Okay. Because or should we just have it where, so click back once? Or should we just have the user only buy from this option right here, this area?
I know. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we
Hear
can
you now.
you.
Yep, hear you.
I know one concern I'd have buying a stock from that risk assessment page is I wouldn't have any reminder of how much that stock costs that I'm currently purchasing, so I don't know
I would
how much
like
could I get of a stock, or that's something that I might want to go back to that main page to see before I buy the stock.
Okay.
I would also add like a pop-up when you click the buy button to say, are you like just as a reassurance, like, are you sure despite knowing the risks?
Okay. Gotcha.
Like just add like that extra layer of like security, I guess.
Right. Because we do have like one towards the purchasing. It would be like an authorization type thing, which shows the total. But I think I like the idea of what you're saying too. Kind of have one before. It's like, okay, it's going to take you to the buy option now.
Yeah, like, because like you click buy and then it'll just say, then a pop-up will come up and say, hey, you read all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still sure? Are you still sure you want to buy this?
Okay.
And then if you click no, it will just take you back. But if you click yes, then,
Yeah. Goes to the menu that we're about to go into next.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was just gonna add, if you wanted to have a buy feature, a buy button on this page, I would say maybe have a different color to this, have it pop out a bit more.
Okay, so maybe like a green or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't
green
say
button.
I wouldn't say green because that's like more of a shorthand for like, oh, good. If this is like a risk assessment, I would like make it a more neutral color.
All right.
One piece of information I know as a user I'd be curious about that you guys kind of talk about is company performance. I see that Boeing's a low risk in terms of loss, but I'm curious how profitable the company might be, which is sort of what that company performance subsection seems like it's talking about. I'd almost like to have a score for that too, to know that it also be like a profitable stock maybe or something, so that I have a gauge of, is this stock maybe going to take 20 years for me to see any profit on, or is it something that's going to see profit sooner than that?
Got it. All right. So maybe like a long hold type thing. So declare that as well, maybe in these risk assessments.
Even if it was just a number associated with that company performance category you guys talk about, I feel like that's the type of information I'm also interested in, because I feel like risk just tells me I'm not going to lose my money if I buy it, but it doesn't tell me anything about how successful I'll be.
Okay. All right, so let's go on to the buy menu again. So in this, the user will be entering 500. And then they will go on to review the amount they're putting in, which this will be the authorization menu. So to that point right here shows what you're doing, how much you're putting in, how many does that equal into shares of that stock. Any questions up to this point and with those two menus that we just went through?
Yeah, I think that this makes sense. So $500 into Boeing would equal approximately 2 shares.
Yeah.
So basically 1 share is $249.
Right.
Okay. All right, makes sense.
All right, and then the user will swipe all the way to the top to submit the order.
Well, it looks like
yeah, you might want to click it after that. Yeah, it's
There
it.
we
We have to set it up. Yeah.
All right, and this will be the order complete, showing you everything, the transaction that you just went through. Everything look good here? Any other questions on this one?
If I could actually speak up for a little bit here.
Of course, go ahead.
One of the things that might just mildly concern me is the swipe up gesture in order to complete an order here. I know for me on my phone anyways that I normally do gesture navigation, and I would be a little bit worried that what if I want to close out of the app for the day or something? Is there the possibility of accidentally placing an order at that screen instead of going home?
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe you just want to see something, maybe like open up a bank account to see everything. How's your things looking? Yeah, no, that's that's definitely a good addition. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I was about to say something like, yeah, just like either change it so you don't swipe up, or or add like another thing of saying, "Are you sure?"
Right.
And you
Okay.
can't do this by accident.
Right. Yeah, that's a very good point. Thank you for that one. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. All right. Any other questions for this up to this point?
No, I think it's been pretty intuitive.
All right. Well, then the user just press done, and it shall take you back. Oh, go ahead.
I think you should put the 249 in green. Isn't that in net gain or?
So for the you saying? Go ahead.
Not in shares of purchase. I think we should put that green to like increase the shares we got. I don't know. That's my.
So you're recommending have that go in green? Paint the like the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see with that, because right now for this screen, it's just showing the amount of shares that would be equal to. And then maybe we could have in a profile showing, you know, that your increase, probably in the view order, maybe you could say like you had this many shares, now it went like, maybe we could put it in green, now it went up by another 2.00208 shares. So I guess we could put it in that way, we could have it show the increase going up.
Yeah, that was
and I guess the last question, view order. What would that feature entail? I know this isn't part of the prototype specifically, but it looks like this is it already shows the order here. So would we have another button here that says view order? Or what would the view order, like, would it be more specific?
Yeah, so for the view order, I was thinking more we have it showing again what you had already in that company, if anything. So that's where, like how I just brought up with the last question, where then we could probably show the increase with that one. Maybe like say, like let's say we already originally had 5 shares into Boeing, and now I decided to purchase another 2 shares, and then if I click on view order, maybe it will show up the you know, the menu showing that we have increased 5 shares now to 7.
Okay. So then you would click done?
Yeah, the user will click done and it should take them back to the main menu. All right, and that will be all for the walkthrough. Any questions throughout all the steps that we went through?
No questions for me, at least.
Yeah, I don't count any questions.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I have any other questions. I think that was good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. All right.